One time, hold on, I need to know that everyone's listening. Make some fucking noise for Atlas in the building.
I'm so sad that there's like none of these left. Life of an artist. Seeing what he can scrape together.
Hey, my name's Atlas Azure. I'm 25 years old, and this is me. I chose Atlas Azure because I felt like I've been through a lot of stuff, and it feels like I'm holding the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I have 4 younger brothers. And there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. I like the color blue, so I thought azure was a sexy way to say blue. Azure, it sounds kind of French, so Atlas Azure.
Here we go and kick it into motion. Took a flight to Paris on a cliche. She opened up her heart on a he say. The bed game strong.
I'm obsessed with poetry. It's the way I best communicate and articulate myself. You can be honest in poetry in a way that may feel too heavy to explicitly say in real life. One of my earliest memories, I woke up, like I was sleeping in my room and there was this like really bright light. And I woke up, I was like, oh, what's that? And I went to the windowsill, and whether this was a dream or not, fuck knows. And then I like pulled back my curtains. And for me, how I remember it, the moon was like right outside my window, as if I could touch it. And I remember that's one of the most profound experiences I've had, and it's stuck with me. Another memory which has also stuck with me, which is quite dark, was I must have been like maybe 4 or 5 years old, and my neighbor was being abused by a partner in the garden. And I just sat on the windowsill and watched, and I never told anybody because I couldn't quite understand what I was seeing. And it's weird when you see things like that as a child and you don't really understand how it affects you, but I feel like there's always been this inner turmoil and darkness.
Good. Gonna go outside and get some air?
Yeah. First became interested in music. My parents were signed to Sony when they were younger, so I've always had music around me, but they quit all that music stuff when I was born. So it's my fault, I guess. I wrote a lot when I was 15, 16, and then I didn't feel the need to write anymore because I expressed what I was feeling through words. My initial thoughts and feelings towards my parents is my mind kind of goes blank because they're not around anymore, and my relationship only started to get better with them at the point that they were leaving here. So of course I know I have good memories with them, but like immediately trying to recall those memories, I think it comes with a level of pain that I often avoid. So my mind's literally fighting remembering the good because I think it would make me sad. My dad got cancer, had it for about 2-3 years. He was getting better, went off to Mexico, had some natural treatment, was really getting better, and shit was looking fine. Then out of nowhere, my mom then suddenly gets it. And then also my mom got it and then died. And that's definitely what made my dad worse, because I remember the day my mom died, my dad got admitted straight back into hospital, like he passed out or whatever, and he just got worse instantly. Then he rang me and then he was like, he rang me at like 3 a.m. He's like, oh, how's your mom doing? I was like, she's dead. And then he was like, oh yeah. So like he really deteriorated, like mentally, emotionally. And then he died a day before our funeral. I generally don't think he could process or take the fact that she died, and I think that's what killed him more than the cancer, if I'm being honest. So yeah. It was weird that they both had the same type of cancer, bowel cancer, because, you know, they ate healthily, didn't really drink, didn't smoke or anything. With my dad, he really tried his best not to let us know the severity of it. So I genuinely believed he was fine. Like, I had no idea or thought that he was gonna die. I didn't think he would at all. With my mom, my brother actually told me, because he'd figured it out and just told me, and I confronted her about it, and you know, I was a bit disappointed that she didn't say anything. And the week my mom died, I dreamt of death every single day until she died, so like, I feel like I knew she was gonna die. And then the day my dad died, I dreamt that he was in the corner of a room, the family and friends were at this table, we were at a banquet all eating. He kept smiling at me, I was calling him over to come to the table, he wouldn't come to the table, told him to come over, he didn't come over. And I woke up in the morning, and then a family friend came into the room, and I was like, my dad's dead, isn't he? They was like, oh, did someone tell you? I was like, no, I can just feel it, I know he's dead. 4 months later, my cousin, who was living with him at the time, such a great person, closest person I felt that could see me, like really see me. And he was helping me with my career, and you know, he was a great inspiration to many people in the industry too. He was then murdered, and the industry, because he was a famous model, like they put that all over the papers. The media fucking lied about everything and spun it in a way that would make more money and seem interesting, and I've seen that happen so many times. My 19-year-old brother, who would have maybe been like 14, 15 at the time, he found out on his football group chat that our dad had died because the media fucking put a story out before the morning. So that's how he found out, like everybody saying sorry to him on his group chat, like. So my thoughts and feelings towards the media is I have zero trust towards them whatsoever, because I've seen firsthand how they lie so many times, and yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. The loss of my cousin and my parents changed my relationship and my relationship with myself, but my perception of life. Like, they were my compass. Those were the three people that I'd go to, like if need be, the three people that kept me grounded, the three people I trusted in, the three people that I believed in. Losing them, I was like, well, now I don't believe anything. Like, you're all just gone. And I'm here, like, you fucking left me here, like, who do I have to turn to now? Grief is having love with nowhere to go. Like, I love my mom, I love my dad, I love my cousin. The love I have for them, it's like, say you have a target there and you throw your love towards it, and just as it's about to hit it, it just disappears, and target keeps going. Like, what do I do with these? There was a person here and I had all this love or even anger and pain towards them, and like, where do I put that now? Like, do I just keep that in myself? Am I gonna combust? What I've been through concerning my art, like, in some shape or form, I think it's always gonna revolve around grief. Like, grief that can be like it can be like somebody that's died, it can be a relationship, it can be grieving a way of life. It's always gonna revolve around that and exploring what life is and what this reality is, exploring, okay, how does it feel to have your love in death? How does it feel that most of your heart is in the grave? My work's just around death, magic, grief, wonder.
We have a choice to listen to that subtle subconscious voice that speaks to none but ourselves, to create ideas that become viral and spread like disease, a rapid growth of franchise and branches to create paper from trees. The origins of all came from one mind, to share thoughts and feelings and plans and meaning from mind to mind. But I don't mind sounding peculiar and abnormal. Realize and recognize that everything happens first inside. So know that thoughts create paths that steadily create literal roads. Playing with paper planes in plain sight, a stimulus to build and unfold. The highest form of creativity through thought is imagination. Imagine a nation of people that thought and fought for themselves, emancipated from mental slavery. It is none but ourselves that can free our minds. Cascade in cans of cans and can'ts, creep into calm minds. Can'ts corrupt and cans congratulate. Conflict is caused between the clauses, the collateral damages us. Convicted by crude conversations that congregate in our minds. So-called coincidental casualties conspired with our beings, castrating crystal clear thoughts. These are the thoughts of others that try to influence our own. Imagination is an eye within itself. Positive thoughts and ideas sustain a good mental health.
One time, hold on, I need to know that everyone's listening. Make some fucking noise for Atlas in the building.
Feels like I've lived the past 3 years in Gotham. Craven old, but these jokers ain't stopping. So I come with the flow so cold just to stop them. Screaming at my parents will never be forgotten. There's pain in my heart, focus on my brain. Holler at my old ting and ask her what she's saying. I might go Super Saiyan if the media don't stop playing. Making money off my name, take my struggle for their fame. Call me an orphan again, I dare.
Ultimately, I want to be at peace in my mind and body. It's a constant war between what I want, what I don't want, where I need to be and where I am. To feel that peace, to be able to move through the world and create with a level of serenity, which I do not have. I have fleeting moments of it, but I want that to be constant.
Do you think you'll reach that point?
I don't know. Maybe.
Walking down the road like my papa on the street. I got fire on my feet, no my hair ain't neat. Rolling in my PJs, sipping on that EJ. Better sip it slowly, that's a stack for DJ. Dance floor know me, I stomp on the replay. Know I bust case card where he say, she say. Mad like hatter, raise my glass for a shatter. Turn up to the party, a half past hammered. Sick and tired of tools, all these plunkers are spanners. I could do this in my sleep, on my mic in pajamas like yeah. I've been on a buzz like yeah, they say life ain't fair, but I'm still right here.